welcome to my channel. We already did an N for Azazel. This will be about Azazel, and yeah. So we're going to say a prayer again, and then we're going to give a little bit information on Azazel. Right. All right, we already have done the N. So he's got a sigil. Of course, he's got a sigil. But I don't know if he works. We're going to do a little bit love magic tomorrow. So for those of you who don't know what we are up to today, I am Raven from southeast coast of Norway, and usually this is a channel where we do tarot reads in all, but I want the channel to be different, as you guys already know. That I don't like to just be the political correct, always wearing a nice sweet blouse and talking about angels. We do tend to talk a lot about Archangel Michael, and we want Archangel Michael's protection. And I hear this a lot. Now, the Shemham Hefarash consists of 72 angels, archangels, who have different skills and abilities that are basically vibrations. Now, when we talk about angels, we are talking about angles. And apparently, according to people like, hello there, Max, like talking about Max, Jordan Maxwell claims that the ancient God of the Hebrew Bible, Elohim, is plural. And so it says the gods created Adamu, the first man. And according to Zechariah Sitchin, they were taken from a rather primitive humanoid people who lived here, who was known as Homo erectus, and they who from heaven to earth came here looking for gold. Therefore, Azazel is therefore simple and easy part of those who are known as the Watchers that we read about in the Bible. Now, we do know that the Bible has been fiddled with a lot. And Shub, a key. Shub, very well, a key. Now, we do know that the Bible has been filled with a lot by the Vatican. So the Vatican had basically been taking out scriptures, been taking in scriptures, and at some point they decided that the pantheon of gods is now going to be monotheistic. There's only going to be one God, and his name will be Yahweh. Now, someone claimed that is a Canaanite tribal god. Now, I have some information about that on my other channel because, as usual, I logged in on the wrong channel, where I talk about different interpretations and what people believe who is the God of the Bible, because if he is so benevolent and nice, why is it so that we all have to fear him, be afraid of him? And he also sounds a little bit narcissistic. Thou shall not have other gods than me. Well, did you just reveal that there might be other gods? Well, if there are other gods, I'd claim that either they are just some other entities who happen to have more powers than me, and and someone would probably call the other gods demiurges. Now I know from Zechariah. Now we are going to talk about the version there of Zechariah Sitchin a little bit. We are going to visit a site where we're going to present. Now we did talk about Azazel from the other site, where we talk about scapegoats, because Azazel is known as the scapegoat. Now, for me, this scapegoat praxis, which we say in Norway, this thing about scapegoats, where we put all our sins onto that goat and then throw it down a tower or a height, and then you are repentant, and then you go and wash and you clean yourself afterwards, and then your sins are forgiven. I'd say that's pretty offensive and brutal and has nothing to do with benevolence. It's not nice. We also talked on the other channel a little bit about Cain and Abel and the offerings, where Cain actually would be the one who offered benevolent offerings, which has nothing to do with carcasses or blood, but the gods, they preferred the carcasses of sheep. They were more happy about that sacrifice than what Cain came with. Now, my point here is that according to the Gnostics and the Catharians, the God of the Bible is Satan himself or the devil, or he's pure evil. And the Vatican didn't like that someone came and had different opinions, because some texts apparently tells us that Jesus Christ, he would oppose that God that was worshipped at that point. We do know that there is virgin sacrifice in the Bible. We do know that he wanted, children killed. We do know that psychotic act where he tricks. Is it? Well, he's pulling a prank on is it Job? He's called, where he throw a lot of diseases and sicknesses and all sorts of things onto Job, just to prove a point, to see how long he will prevail. He kills his wife and his children just to see if he will stay loyal to him. It was something between him and Satan. Let's see who will be if he will remain loyal to you. Now, I'm not going to dig so deep into this, because if you are checking out morgue officials, he will dig deeper into the part where the Gnostic version of the Bible, the Catharian. I'm sure we even have the Templars version, who apparently worship the god also known as Baphomet, which is a goat. What do you know? Now, my point is that I personally am more with the Gnostics, where the part of that the god of the Bible known as Yahweh is not a benevolent god. Is not someone I would worship. I was raised as a Christian, and I was a Christian for a long time, But even as a young girl, I started to question certain things. That why do we always refer God to as a he? If God is almighty, why do God need a penis? Why did God need genitals at all? Why this? Why that? And how do we know that Christianity, to be a Christian, is the correct way of thinking and doing and acting when there are thousands of other religions out there? How do we know that we are the ones who are correct and all the other Christians are wrong? Now, we never really were presented. We were forced to say, "Oh, Lord in heaven, thank you for our daily bread," and blah, 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 blah. But I did question a lot of things, like why God tells, I don't even remember his name. Um, in order to show your loyalty to me, you have to sacrifice your one and only son to me, just to test out his faith. Now, I would say that sounds like narcissism and gaslighting and all sorts of very negative things. Now, someone claims that Jesus, Joshua, Lord Saranda, Christ, he was not a fan of the ancient Hebrew God at all. He would be like, no, that's not our big daddy. That's not the way. Now, who is Azazel in that? Well, the story says the original text that is written in cuneiform Sumerian text says, as those who from heaven to earth came, they needed gold. And in the beginning, the Igigi, also known as the Watchers. This is where we are bringing in the fallen angel, also known as Azazel. So the Igigi, they got tired of working for the nobility of the Anunnaki, those who from heaven to earth came, and so they rebelled and said, you need to find someone else to dig for your gold, because we've been working here for ages and forever. By the way, welcome everyone. This is about Azazel. I can see we're all here, so thank you so much. So we are going to just have a short introduction. So as Maximus basically tells us here, is that Azazel is the fallen angel who taught us the knowledge of making weapons, but he also gave us a lot of other knowledges as well, and I suspect that simple things like this, how to crush things. He also taught us how to decorate the eyelids, which is today I made them a little bit extra, because for me, I'm pretty grateful and that we have someone who came here and taught us how to he gave us instruments. Now, is a sword dangerous? Well, you can attack someone with it and be malevolent. It really depends on who carries it. Now, many people today, they use mascara and kajal to protect their eyes, but also to decorate their eyes. The pirates are protecting their eyes from the sun, apparently, but some are also protecting their eyes from demons. In one way, you could pretty much say that it's got the same effect as the Hamsa. Now, I can verify that it works. I look far more creepy with that kajal than without. Let's put it like that. Now, back to Azazel. A short introduction to him. I did not find him among the 72. They call him a demon. Why would they call him a demon? If the pantheon up there originally was the Anunnaki, and we are created in their image, because at some point they will rebel. And so they took humanoids known as Homo erectus, and from there, according to Zechariah Sitchin's text, I'm not telling you that this is the truth and truth only, but they create the first human known as Adamo. Now, according to those texts, interestingly enough, he had too much skin on his willy. That was the only flaw they found with that first human known as Adamu. Humankind, not just, but the first one. And so they said, oh, he's perfect. It's just he's got a little bit too much of skin on his willy. So all we have to do is to cut that off. So that's probably one of the earliest, only thing I found, which a reason for why still people do that. What I don't understand is that why you do not give a baby a choice. Like when you're 18, you can choose whether you want to keep that too much skin or not. Now, I like giving people the freedom to choose whether you want to use that kaya, whether you want to have a knife or have weapons. So one of the reasons I'm bringing up Azazel today, because I want to show this Igigi, this rebellious, terrible, fallen angel, my gratefulness. I know very little about Azazel except that apparently they are sacrificing and killing goats, calling it Azazel. Now, what does Azazel mean? Well, it means the strength of God, because El literally means God in the Hebrew Bible. Now, who was God in the pantheon? Well, it was the three people. We heard about the Holy Spirit and the Father and the Son. Well, in the original pantheon of that text, it was Anu, it was Enlil, and it was Enki. And Anu was the big daddy of the Anunnaki, and he had many women that he was married to because they needed to reproduce, and they usually married. It was a big inbred fuckfest, like those they would say in South Africa, the Antwoord. Yes, they were inbred to keep the blood as pure as possible. They came from a planet known as Nibiru, and that planet was getting some fractures in the atmosphere, and in order to save the atmosphere, that's a whole other story which is interpreted by a guy named Zechariah Sitchin. Now, he was not a scholar in Sumerian officially. He was a Hebrew, and he was a Jew and a banker. Now, he seemed like he'd done lots of study. He seemed like an intelligent man. Now, most people seem to agree on the Anunnaki part. An is a reference to the heaven. Ki literally means earth. Anu, Na, I myself did a checkup on the different syllables. So Na meaning literally rock. We also know that means it can be a reference to the Naga, which is serpent people who came from Earth. Now, according to these texts, they were descendants of the Draconians and the Lyrans. Now, we are pulling it a little bit far now. Let's jump back to Azazel, the scapegoat. And why do we still use goats to put our blame on an actual innocent animal? And I love goats, so I'm going to tattoo a goat, even if it's Baphomet or a goat, just to say thank you, Azazel, for giving me my fucking mascara and for teaching us how to yield a sword and how to make those weapons. Now, the general message I will read to you will be, hopefully, that his spirit or whoever it is, that we can manage to tap into that vibration. Now, if the Shemha Meforash are high vibrational energies, healing of gods, and if that's from Saturn, I'd be like, because according to Jordan Maxwell, L is Saturn. Now, what does that have to do with the pantheon known as Enki, Enlil, and at some point we get stories about the royal bloodline in Sumeria. They changed their name. Eventually, Enlil is getting a grandson known as Marduk. And Marduk, again, another reference, they would have a planetary reference. Confusing, yes, but what we do know is that Azazel, the scapegoat god, was part of the Igigi, and that sometimes Azazel is also known as, is connected to hell, Satan. All these things are Vatican. What was you call it in Norway? Visvas. Okay, so we do have. Wow, now we have a Lucifer and here. I'm so sorry for that. Not really. Um, Uh, this is not about Lucifer. Who is Lucifer? That is pretty different. Okay, so going to have AZAZELenn in the background and say thank you, Azazel. So for me, we have the Shabbat Mepharash, which is the 72 names of God, basically different vibrations. Now, if something is white, we will also have something that is black. So we're going to think a little bit black and white here. That means that all the 72 names or angles of God, which are healing frequencies, they must have an opposition. And that opposition is also known as Goetia. Now, I did not find Goetia Azazel in the Goetia here. So I do have the Goetia. We also find some information in the literature, like the Necronomicon. We find stuff about the Igigi. Now, who are the Igigi? Well, they are the Watchers. And the Watchers, well, as I said, they rebelled and said, someone else do the work now regarding to the gold. Someone else can find the gold. Someone else can do that work. And so that's how we came into place, according to the lyrics. So don't kill the messenger here. The lyrics, the song, yeah. It came to pass that the sons of God, so the daughters of men, that they were fair, and I took the wives of all which they chose. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also afterwards, when the sons of God came in and to the daughters of men, and they bore children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old men of renown. Now, according to some literature I found here, Azazel was some names there. I might be far out here. We know that Samael, Sam, literally means poison of God. It also means the blind God. Someone, we mix them a little bit. We mix Satan with the devil, with Saturn, with the opposition, with Lucifer. It's a big mix. Now, what is what here? Now, Azaz simply means strength. So it would resonate with the strength card in Tarot, which would be in the Shem HaMepharash, the angelic or the angel, archangel known as Salia, which is for those who are born from 3rd of November, Tim. So I don't know about you, but it's interesting if Azazel would be our shadow side. Now, we know that Azazel occasionally mentioned in the Azazel in the Mandaean text. In Right Ginza, Azazel is the name of Utra, celestial being or angel. Now, it says something here in Islam. You can find him in Islam, in Judaism. I'm honestly more interested, but it represents in the Hebrew Bible, a desolate place where a scapegoat bearing the sins of Jews were sent during Yom Kippur, during the temple period. So if you're not confused, I'm confused. I like to stick to the original text. In the Hebrew Bible, the term is used 3 times in the book. Sorry, I burped. Of Levit Leviticus, where 2 male goats were to be sacrificed to Yahweh, and one of the two was selected by lot, for Yahweh is seen as speaking through the lots. One goat is selected by lot and sent into the wilderness for Azazel. This goat was then cast out in the desert as part of the Yom Kippur. The scapegoat ritual can be tracked back to the 24th century of BC Ebla, from where it spread throughout the ancient Near East. So, in older English versions, such as King James Version, the phrase La Azazel is translated as a scapegoat. Now, I like to stick to the original text. I do not know the original name. So here we have El. Here we are in Wikipedia, which can confirm that EL is God. Wikipedia. Now, Abaracia apparently interpreting Azazel as A's rugged, plus EL, God, understands it to refer to being rugged and rough mountain cliff from which the goats were cast down. So finding, a real good story about Azazel. I did do some reading on the other channel here about Azazel. You need to do some digging because we have here different interpretations from his. Now I like the Dead Sea Scrolls are far more interesting to me. In the Dead Sea Scrolls, the name Azazel occurs in the line 6 of the Book of Giants, which is a part of the Enochian literature. Now we know that the Enoch is a part of the. For those who know about what's that country again? What's the country again? Close to Eritrea, Ethiopia. Ethiopian Bible, they are Orthodox Christians, so they have actually the Book of Enoch as part of their Bible, which I would love to have in my Bible too. It's good. Let's dig here. So, in the Book of Enoch brings Azazel into connection with the biblical story of the fallen angels located on Mount Hermon, a gathering place of demons of old. Here, Azazel is one of the leaders of the rebellious Watchers, which again is known as the Igigi in Mesopotamian texts. Now, why is he seen as evil? I'll tell you this much, that a lot of people, they portray me as evil too, because I dress in black and I do this and I do that. So let's check out. We are talking about the pre-flood time, and the flood, I guess, is about between 11,500 years ago, 10,000 plus something. There was a flood. We know that. He taught men the art of warfare, of making swords, knives, shields, and coats of mail, and taught women the art of deception by ornamenting the body, dyeing the hair, and painting the face and the eyebrows. Also revealed to the people the secrets of witchcraft. Oh my God. He was a naughty god. He was a naughty god. My God. Now, I suppose that makes him a demon. Tim, you made me a sword. You must be very, very bad. You must be very, very, very bad. I taught my daughter how to do her eyelids. I suppose I'm evil too. Now, this is witchcraft. He corrupted the manners, leading them into wickedness and impurity until at last he was at Yahweh's command, bound hand and foot by the archangel Raphael. Raphael literally meaning the light or the healing of God. And chained to the rug and jagged rocks of Ha-Dudal or Beth Hadudu, where he is to abide in utter darkness until the great day of judgment, when he will be cast into the fire to be consumed forever. The whole earth has been corrupted through the work that were taught by Azazel. To him ascribe all sin. Book of Enoch 10:8. I don't know how to, we call it colon here in Norway, so I don't know, it's got something to do with diarrhea. No, but yeah, this sounds like diarrhea. So here it says, according to the book of Enoch, here spelled Azazel, was one of the chief Gregory, a group of fallen angels who married women. Ooh, naughty boy. Many believe that this same story, without mentioning Azazel, is told in the book of Genesis. So I'm not going to go through all of this, but it says here that Azazel is responsible for teaching people to make weapons and cosmetics. What a cool god is that? Let us make him burn in hell forever for teaching us that. He was cast out of heaven because of this. So the book of Enoch and Azazel, he taught us to make swords, knives, shields, and breastplates, and made known to them the metals of the earth. What a bad boy! And the art of working with them, and bracelets and ornaments. Ouch! He was a bad boy. And the use of antimony, yes, and the beautifying of the eyelids. Oh my god. And kinds of costly stones and coloring the tinctures. Wow, he sounds like pure evil. What do you say, guys? He's pure evil. And there arose much godlessness, and they committed fornication. Californication. And they were led astray and became corrupt in their ways. God, he was a real bad hippie, but also helped us. Well, I suppose Kung Fu is very evil, though. Bruce Lee is evil. I'm evil. We're all kind of evil if we use. Wow, that's okay. So we are basically led astray if we are using makeup, rings, bliss, and I'm the guilty one here. So we are led astray here, and we are all corrupt in all ways. The corruption brought on by Azazel and Grigori degrades the human race, and therefore archangels, which the New Age people love to, blah 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 blah, archangel this, archangel that. Well, here they are. Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and fucking Uriel. These are the good guys there, because they did not teach us how to decorate our eyelids. I suppose that makes me a satanic person. Oh yeah, I got it out of my system. So much blood being shed upon the earth, and all lawfulness being wrought upon earth. The souls of men made their suit, saying, bring our cause before the Most High. Thou seest what Azazel hath done. who hath taught all unrighteousness on earth, and revealed the eternal secrets which were in heaven, which men were striving to learn. God sees the sin brought about by Azazel, and has Raphael bind Azazel hand and foot, and cast him into the darkness, to make him an opening in the desert, which is in Dudal, and cast him therein, and place upon him rough and jagged rocks, and cover him with darkness, and let him abide there forever, and cover his face, that he may not see light. Azazel's fate is foretold at the end of Enoch, where God says, on the day of the great judgment he shall be cast into the fire. He will be delivered into the angels of punishments. Satan. Now, this is where the scapegoat rights are coming in here. Wow. And they can't let this go. So today, since Azazel now is buried in the desert somehow, we are using goats to keep punishing Azazel by using goats, animal torture, animal... Yeah, and so when people burn churches in my country, these people known as black metal guys, I'm not sure I really mind. They're taking my tax money and building shit upon my ground. That this is like, yeah. So as you know, I do not worship Satan. I don't believe, there are so many people out there who mix the construct of the devil, which basically has a very similar root word, also known as Devi. Now, Satan, meaning the adversary, is very similar to the word Saturn. Again, don't you know, Satan. Sat, reference to something being separated, something low vibrational, something that is rough to touch. Satan, Satnam, I'm saturated. Does it ring a bell? Baal, again, bell, actually coming from the word Baal, which is the title. You know, the high one, the beautiful one. Now, in the 5th century, 3 Enoch, Azazel is one of the 3 angels, Azza, Shem-Hazal, or Shem-Hazai, and Uzzah are the other 2 who opposed Enoch's high rank when he became the angel Metatron. Once they were fallen at this time, they were still in heaven, but Metatron held a dislike for them and had them cast out. Okay. Now, I cannot say that the, it's possible to pick up the vibration of Azazel, but we are going to use the Goetia cards, and we're going to give out a general message, and when we've done giving out a general message, we are going to give you a free cards, and let us say, no matter bad Azazel is, did not God teach us to forgive? The Bible God, anyway. So, Azazel, I forgive you for teaching us how to make weapons and making things from metal, and teaching us how to decorate our bodies, and also how to decorate our eyelids and dye our hair. Azazel, I forgive you. I'm okay with what you did, but I'm not okay with how they punished you. I think Gabriel, Uriel, and Raphael, I think they are being a little bit naughty and a little bit harsh. Hence to say, now you know why I do not call upon Archangel Michael like the other tarot card readers do when I do my reads. Because some of us actually have done a little bit of research. Now, Azazel, if you're there, the N goes like this. Ea on Azazel Akim. Ea on Azazel, Akin. Ea on Azazel, Akin. Ea on Azazel, Akin. Thank you, Azazel, for teaching us the things you did and for sharing your knowledge with us lower human who had to take gold for the lords, also known as Anunnaki, or whoever they are. I believe they are still around because I see people working very hard, 94, because there are other things here than gold that certain entities here are interested in. Now, let's do a general read and see what kind of messages that are directly might possibly come from Azazel. Anyway, this video is dedicated to the gifts and the knowledge given from him to us. Thank you again, Azazel. Alright, I was going to do some creepy cards regarding Azazel, but I'm going to go back from that because who's really the creepy one here? This Yahweh who demands slaughtered animals, who still think it's okay to slaughter, goats regarding his name, who I have a lot of things to say about that. If you think that I have a good point, I can give a shout out to a man known as MORGOUE, morgue, as in the morgue at the cemetery, official. He's got long white hair, and he will teach you a lot of things about the Gnostics, the Catarians, and they call themselves the Neogenians. But I don't want to call myself anything but Raven. So let's see if we are making Azazel happy today. Let's see what kind of message there are here. So basically, there is something here about the magician. There's something here about the magician. And so I get that there was a time where he and also Enki, known as he was the snake here in this story. He came to Eve. He felt bad after Enlil had told us that we are not allowed to leave the Garden of Eden, and we are not allowed to touch the tree of life. There was no, literally, there was no actual tree there. It's a symbol for you yourself. You have the tree of life within you, and the forbidden fruit, well, that's your pineal gland that emits demyltryptamine, that makes you see things which we supposedly are not supposed to see. Now, according to that story, Enki went in and had a talk with Eve, which was not her original name, by the way, and told her what was going on. Now, the Gnostics and Catarians will describe the story a little bit different, but these are the cuneiform texts. There is this energy here of gold, and it's being extracted from us by people who basically, I don't know if you know the story about the soul, this trollman fra Oz, Oz, that guy there who made people believe that he had superpowers. Well, the angels, I suspect that that's pretty much synonymous with archons. It's just a theory I have, but the because your DNA is special. It's special. And so we have a soul, and we evolve extremely quick, faster than monkeys and spiders, apparently. And when we become many, and when human becomes luminous, when you become lightened, you will have powers that goes far beyond any regular Anunnaki. When we become into unity consciousness versus fighting against each other all the time, thinking that we are not one, but everything, we always want something, not knowing that we already have it. We always want someone, not knowing that we already are with that one. We yearn for the future, and we tend to scream for something outside of us. We are within a matrix. Now, who is the maker of that matrix? And this is gold being taken from you. So now I am talking on behalf of Azazel as well as I possibly can. And I don't think he's gonna come and punish me tonight and say what a bad girl you are, even for advocating on my behalf. Thank you everyone, by the way, for showing up and showing me some support in my little bit different approach on tarot reads today, because I want to know more than just what's going on with someone's love life. I am here to help you, but if you do not have knowledge, we like knowledge, and on my channel we like knowledge about what is, question the things people taught us, question the authority, questioning the establishment, and question people around us, because we have people around us that reflects this low vibrational consciousness, which is attached to being not so unified. Now, we have 2 wands here in reversed, Maximus. Mars in Aries. Difficulties, taking action, I don't know what path to take. Humankind is bound, but you have magical powers, but so do they. Now, what to do? Show me the 2 of Wands. What is it that... Thank you, Azazel. I was going to say, oh, no, today we're talking about this. It was Aya on Azazel Akil. Okay, so that's cool. Okay, some of you need to hear this, that just because you lost one battle, it does not mean you lost the war. Now, is there a war? Do you have to fight for your right to be alive? Do you have to fight something? Well, we do have something called an immune system, and that immune system is fighting for your life all the time. Now, is there a war or is there a conflict? Yeah? Guys, we are going to talk about your personal problems after the general read. So just, if you can respect that. I don't mean to be rude. But read the description, please, and let me have this after all the hours of. By the way, thank you so much for your support. We are now 2,500 people on this channel. We're still a baby channel, but thank you so much for being around. And so let's have some evenings where we are trying to learn a little bit about the ancient texts that we are being brainwashed with from we were children. At least I was brainwashed into thinking certain things that. Thank you, Stark. Thank you. So I'm going to do my best to answer your questions, but I also think we owe someone a thank you for the tools that we have. I did tell you yesterday that it's easy to hate humans in general, forgetting that they made the clothes I'm wearing, they made the silver I'm wearing, they made the bed I sleep in, they made the bling I'm wearing. And when that's said, yeah, not to mention the food and my Pepsi Max here, it's not healthy. It does really make me enjoy life. But Azazel is responsible for us being able to decorate our bodies, eyelids, makeup, dyeing our hair. So not just a gratitude to other humans who have learned the art of certain things, but oh, we are 1818, thank you. But thank you, Azazel, even if it's just a representation, of humans in general somehow getting the inspiration to learn how to. But someone taught us clearly, or did you just someone decided that, oh, if we do this and this we will get iron, and if we do this and this we will get copper, if we do this and this we will get a sword. And let's face it, humanity is not that old, so someone must have taught us that, and that someone, clearly according to the Hebrew Bible, is called Azazel, and he was a bad boy for teaching us that. Learning how to yield metals, learning your skill, Tim. It's a sin according to the Bible. Well, thanks to Azazel, you know how to be a blacksmith, and you create beautiful, wonderful artwork, and he taught us how to do our makeup, how to look more, pimp. He taught us how to pimp ourselves. So, and for that, he's being punished. I find it very strange. Now, there's a guy here called Zagan. He's known as the Emperor in Reverse. Some of you guys out there, someone here are being a tyrant. Someone here are being over-controlling. Someone here wants to control everyone and everything. Someone here, and this is actually humanity, because we've got Sun in Aquarius here. These cards are kind of reversed tarot, which this is supposed to be. Because if Azazel is portrayed as evil, because he taught us fornication. Okay, shame on you. What is this? A goat? I don't even know what fornication is. But it's something sexual, right? It's just something. It's having sex outside wedlock. No. I've got Venus in Virgo, so I'm not so sure. Now we have 8 of Wands here. You guys, there are news coming in here for you. And there are good news. Wheel of Fortune. News that will make you happy. Now, some of you have your heart broken. There is a Leo here, there is a bear here, we have Ursa Minor and the star sign of Leo. Three of Swords, Cancerian energy in this case. There is a bear here being ruthless attacked. Now, I don't know if any of you got any attachment to the bear as a totem. This demon here is being nasty to someone here of Cancerian energy. Now, I have Mars ascendant in Cancer. And people are being ruthless to me all the time. But, you know, here we are still sitting talking about Azazel. Now, what Azazel says here, let's pretend that this is him being here with us today, in his vibration, is that somehow humankind is bound by our feet and our hands and blinded just like him. So we can work for these tricksters. You can see them. If you activate your pineal gland, you can see them. I have seen them, and they look like jokers, literally. Joe Rogan will talk about them a little bit, and they are not so sweet, but you can chase them away by raising your vibration and seeing positive ends to them. But if you feel fear towards the jokers, my beautiful people, if you show fear, feel fear. You know, even if you know you don't have to show fear, as long as you feel fear. All the energies outside there, including the archons. I did meet an archon the other night. I was on an astral journey, or it was a lucid dreaming, you name it, but everything I touched was solid or felt solid. And I was thinking like, okay, when I'm floating above, when I try to walk and I'm floating, clearly I'm not in my body. I had difficulties waking up my own body. And outside the house I was in, one of these jesters of these archon revealed themselves, and it looked exactly like a joker. So every clown and joker and things we see are actually inspired by these DMT creatures that Joe Rogan are talking about. And I have to admit to you, they are kind of creepy. They creep me out. I don't like clowns. I hate clowns. But I like the makeup the crow has. That is more like the Italian mime, mimic kind of style. Now, ironically, you have good news here regarding your fortune. Now, right now, the fortune is a big problem. It's a big problem to many people, because you don't know what to do with the situation. I know many now in Norway, which is the richest country in the world, basically, we struggle with our paycheck. We struggle to pay the house rent. We struggle with our loans. People are forced to you know, well, Norwegians are spoiled from before, and now things are becoming more difficult. For sure, Stark, for sure. Five of Wands. In reversed. Yeah, I get that. Because are we talking about vibrations here, or are we talking about actual happenings? That's confusing. Because there was an actual happening, but we also know that as above, so below, as within, as without. I don't know if you guys are aware of alchemy here. Now, this symbol here is Saturn in Leo. And that's what I have in my birth chart, actually. So you feel less worthy. But you can also see the Kundalini rising here. Usually this card is connected with conflict and competition between people, 5 of Wands. But this is a cast out. Some of you could literally feel that you've been a cast out your entire life, that you are somehow different. And you can recognize many of the things happening in the Bible in your personal life, where Lucifer and Azazel are being portrayed as villains, while Yahweh is being portrayed as the almighty one and only benevolent being, and the archangels. Be careful with the new age people, guys. Be fucking careful. Let's pray to Archangel. Well, you just said out loud you're a fucking prey. Why are you weak in the end? Weak end. Why do we have to pray? Why can't we be the, yes, that's pretty domestic. We do have domestic animals as praise also. Now, here we have a fallen angel reminding you that you are a star, literally a star. So I did see someone ascend. It was a documentary. Now, I don't know if it had any relevance, but I did see he ascend. He's been meditating for a very, very long time, and he would emit white light all over the place. And people were cheering at him like, wow, clapping, hooray. And you would see him turning into white light, literally glowing like a star. And whoever this Magus is here don't want you to know that you have that kind of power. So Azazel being, because it is the strength of God. Now, if he really is the strength of God, why would they want to bind him, blind him, and throw him away if he's the strength of God? Sounds a little bit of a contradiction, don't you think? Because all those vibrations, if you think of it as alchemy, then if you are almighty, you can't have yin without yang. You can't have yang without yin. You are going to be, if you have yang, you also have yin. If you have yin, you also have yang. And they have to cooperate. Now, this fool here, notice how he's got a tiger at his feet. He literally looks like a magician. It's crowning the energy. So humankind is now at a new dawn, a new beginning. And look like how the fool here is being almost like a villain. But the horns, like we say, no, I don't know, horns, they are actually a symbol for having power. Like we bang, 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 I beat you to the bone. So also the tiger here, which could be, it's like Durgi for those pure Indians here. The sun here is literally glowing from his dick. And he's got water in one hand, he's got fire in another, and the tiger symbolizes air, and the crocodile, I suppose that's earth then. We got butterfly here, and we have the caduceus here. I suppose the caduceus, I don't know. Do you know Stark or Maximus, the caduceus, if it's the one snake or the two snake? Anyway, we've got two snakes here as the DNI spiral here. So the fool here, which is, we've got grapes in the background, is Thoth tarot. Very different from those of you who are only familiar with Rider-Waite. This is much greater. This is a great fool. This is the jester being benevolent and owning up to himself and being power, just like Isis here, which is belong to the ancients of the Anunnaki, according to those stories, getting a different name, having wings. Do they literally have wings? Well, I'm sure they had some rocket science there which gave them wings, but wings, a symbol of spiritual enlightenment. Now, the original archangels did not look, or angels at all did not look. If you have ever, you know, experienced ayahuasca, or you know, being on one of those shaman journeys, or heard about those, you will travel into a machinery which Terence McKenna talked about, where you will see eyes everywhere, or entities who's got many eyes, and therefore they got many wings and they got wheels, because it's a machinery. It's a complex reality which is completamente difficult for a regular human ego to understand, or brain in that case. Now, the outcome here is 10 of Cups in reverse. Now, I get here that new beginning, but you need to be, someone here earlier today mentioned that you need to be grateful for what you have. Especially if you have all your limbs, you have your health, you have food, you have shelter, and even if you don't have that, still be grateful, because the more you complain and the more negativity we have, the more you will feed negativity into the sphere out there, and more negativity will come to you. Yeah, Mercury carries the caduceus. Yeah, and so I think the caduceus of the double snake, the double helix, symbolizing literally being also DNA. My God, congratulations, Tim. That sounds fun. I know there are some scary stories about Alaska I'd like to share with you, but I envy you. I envy you. Maybe I'll go to the mountains here in Norway while I'm still here and visit while it's still summer, because we've got Alaska 1 or 2 hour away from where I live. It looks identically like Alaska. Okay, so 10 of Cups here. That is a big emotional loss. It could be emotional loss. And we're talking about Azazel here. What happened to him? Well, I give you all these things, but we punish you. I throw, we keep doing it by throwing goats out from a tower. Now, where does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? Now, 10 of Cups here. What does it really mean? Is it something that we need to know? I'm going to go for some cards here that are not so creepy, because, you know, I know that working with Azazel, there are no demonic powers here that are going to haunt me tonight. No. This has nothing to do with necromancy. Honestly, I'm more. I think being afraid of Yahweh or El. Well, El, if that really is Saturn, well, he's going on our nerves because he's the Lord of Time. Obviously, different beings are. I don't know if you heard about the. The Sun King. the French Sun King. What was his name? The guy with the high heels, with the terrible wig in Versailles. The Sun King, yeah. So just like those ancient royal nobilities who probably had superhuman skills, they were also connect themselves up to a planet. You know, like Marduk. Was he an actual being known as Anunnaki? And in that case, because obviously he's not Jupiter, but he's connected with Jupiter. But he was also the one who killed Tiamat, which does not make any sense because Tiamat, that's millions of years ago. So I don't know if you're not confused. I'm confused. I'm confused. Yep. So the Orion Wars that I talk about, hear about Star Wars. It's apparently inspired by real ancient text. We read about them in the Vedas. We know about the... Is it Ramayana? No, Ramayana, that's... Any Indians here who know about the big war where they actually had nuclear bombs. And same thing, back in the days, Atlanteans versus possible Lemuria. But there was also a draconian war. There was the Orion Wars between Lyrans and Draconians. And in the end, the Draconian, the reptilian princess or queen, who cares? She would marry a Lyran prince, and together they would create offsprings known as Anunnaki, which are our creators again. In the end, Tiamat would be killed by Marduk, and her planet, Maldek, was crashed into oblivion and is now what we know as the asteroid belt. God, I know a lot about useless things, which, you know, wouldn't it be more awesome if I just talked about Lord Jesus and repent and pray to Lord Jesus? Should we just cut the crap and just repent and start Jesus? Jesus. I have nothing against that dude. I just think that there are some texts, certain things that we are missing out on here. Now, some on here are being very quiet about a loss. And there is a trickster behind this loss. A magician. There's a lot of tricksters here today. And this has something to do by someone being caught being naughty in their act. Seven of Swords in reversed. Someone were caught. We have 7 again. That equals the so-called Archangel Michael. Now, do we need any angels when we can ask the Prime Creator herself? Can you please help me out here? I need some help. Now, for me, Shiva is just a word that is a reference to the spirit. Just like Kali is a reference to matter, Shiva and Shakti, yin and yang. Now, we all use different references. For me, Shiva, when I'm actually helped me out, this vibration or this energy helped me out a lot. Now, 7 wands, this is someone here who feel they can't defend themselves. But there is a big emotional loss here. Or I don't feel wonderful about the situation in this outcome here. 10 of Wands in reverse. I want to get rid of this burden. I want to lose this burden. 2 of Cups here. Love. Engagement. Or let's... Yeah, there is a betrayal coming in here for some. Now we are talking about Azazel and a general message. Now we do know about a great betrayal that has to do with everything that's going on in the world. Now this is also reflected on your personal plane. Don't worry, Barka. Don't worry. Don't worry. Om Namah Shivaya, Rushi. 9 of Coins. This result in many people, many of you also being financially codependent here. Some of you feel unloved by someone and possibly even judged by someone. But again, here we see 4 of Coins in reversed. Something is constantly being taken from us, and some of you feel constantly drained. 9 of Swords here in reversed. Well, it's not, you know, we have 4 of Wands here. Still there is things to celebrate. And in this case, Azazel wants you to know, don't worry. Because the King of Cups, when he burns, here is he portrayed as a mermaid. He turns into a phoenix from the ashes. Now that's also ancient Phoenician belief system, which is questionable, but I like the portrayal. Now, some of you might have lost or will lose a soulmate here. It's important for you to know that the love will always be within you, that they will always be within you, as you, with you. And 3 of Coins here says that there is stuff for you to do still. Nothing is lost just because 4 of Coins is gone. It says here that you still have 3 of Coins. So not all of the coins will be gone for you. Now let's see what you have. Seven of Coins. So invest properly here. Whatever you have, think twice before you invest in something. Either it's your emotions, you invest in people, or money. Now, I see you walking away from a situation here. But the things that's going on in the world right now, it creates a lot of fear. The universe here in the verse. Apparently that snakes that bites his tail, I believe it's Ouroboros or something. It's a symbol of some of the draconian entities. I don't know, I just have this strong fascination for those guys. And apparently, according to someone, you should run if you see one. They don't like us. We're food, apparently. Now, there is unfinished business here on a big scale, on a universal scale, on a worldly scale. The universe, yeah. So on a universal scale, on a worldly scale, and a personal plane. Unfinished business. So even if you leave the situation will not leave you. So, like we say in Norway, listen, flytte med på lasset, the leprechaun will follow you. Now, 6 of coins in reverse here, which is for me basically the hexagon. Here is alchemy, 6 of coins, Taurus energy, moon in Taurus. This is being able to control matter, being able to organize things, being able to make things grow from matter, to create, to make one coin multiply. Now it's coming out in reversed. And here we have the gifts from Azazel, being able to not just to fly, but this is she wears the crown of Medusa here. So she's freaky. Yeah. Princess of Swords, I believe she is being vigilant, and she have many of the capabilities as Page of the Swords. So basically it's another version of the page. I don't see any horse here, so wow, that's too much. But yeah, the High Priestess is coming out here, falling out here. She's opening up. And as you can see, the High Priest here is, like I said, if you open up the pineal gland, which is where the seat of the soul is apparently, this is where we release the demyltryptamine, which you will see if you now. I'm not here to promote any kind of drugs. I'm just saying that this is how it looks like when you are induced with this drug that is natural for you. When you dream, you will see this grid here. You will actually see that grid. And there is no such thing as a straight line in the universe. We have the torus field, which goes like this, electromagnetism. And so you will see that all these lines that go within each other, it will form a pattern that is pretty much the flow of life, I suppose. Now, in this case, she holds a bow and an arrow. Why is that? And why is she in reverse? Now we see Alkemet here below her feet, and she, for some reason, she makes me think about an ancient Egyptian goddess. You see the moon here, like horns, like the bull. I'm thinking Isis. We all see the 5 solids here of Plato in the bottom of the deck, and we see a camel. Maximus, do you have any? she's coming out in reverse here. For me, that is a loss of the understanding of unity, and it is a loss of power. It's also, if we personalize this, if it's a person, it is someone who are suffering, because we have 9 of Wands here, which is the wounded warrior that we are used to. Here it's just shown as a pattern. Now it's Sagittarius energy. Usually I see it as Saturn in Sagittarius or something in that. Here we just see Sagittarius energy. Wounded warrior, suffering. I've gone through a lot, but I still stand here. It's coming up upright. So you're gonna be fine. But there are tough things here. Now, what you do not see coming in here for you here is Queen of Cups. It's a mother figure. Reminds you, I love you. Now, if for some of you it's love, and as you can see here, I don't know if you're aware of it, but the symbol as above, so below is right here. As above, so below. Beautiful. Now she's coming in here, and all women are a personification of the goddess, good and bad. We are good and bad at the same time. Now someone wants to portray some of us as just bad, just evil, only ugly, only pure vicious and losers and blah blah blah. Now, do you see the projection of her image in the water? That's how people project. So whatever people say about you, well, do you want to know what they say about you? Well, it's pretty easy. What do they say about other people? That's actually an interesting interpretation, Maximus. Loss of knowledge here, with the High Priestess in reversed. Loss of knowledge. Gods with amnesia, you know, not really remembering who you truly are, because you're powerless here. Now this is keeping your eyes on the ball, like I talked about yesterday. This is losing demigods for sure, yeah. Here we have a stagnation. You know, I talked a lot about your car breaking down. Now some of you will experience that. Literally, it's a symbol that things might maybe go a little bit too fast. Slow down. Don't be afraid to be the snail. The snail is okay. In the world of the snail, things is as fast as it possibly can. It's only we who perceive the snail moving slow. Same goes for the poor little turtle. And ironically, the turtle, they are getting they're far older than us. They live up to 500 years. So living slow is maybe not such a bad thing. Many people, they want to punch me in the face for being too slow. Well, why are you so in a hurry? We have all eternity to do whatever we need to do, don't we? Like trees, yeah. I learned that banana trees are actually moving a few centimeters each year. They are the only trees we know that are actually walking. Now, to a snail, I'm sure the tree is walking pretty fast. Anyway, there are news coming in from you for some of you here, and it's from. This is an interesting depiction here, but it's someone here who is victorious. And what is she victorious? I mean, what kind of victory is this? Well, someone's ego. Someone who's being too arrogant. Someone who lives too much in their head. She chopped that head off. And yeah, it looks nasty. Some of you have a tower moment here. And let me rephrase this, well, not rephrase this, but tell you again that we are talking on a high scale here. Bamboo trees flower every few years, but it's a new color which is similar all across the world. So the plants talk. Yeah, they do. They do talk. There's so many things about the universe that, or the nature, that people don't really pay attention to it. And people will treat tiny, I have people in my family, they will electrocute bees, wasps, and it will sit like this and laugh while they electrocute these tiny insects, forgetting that the fuck are you doing? Don't you know what these little guys are and what they do? Pollinate the world. It's sad. It's almost like I want to cry, seeing how people treat insects because they think they are insignificant. If you think an insect is insignificant, then you are that bug. So I'm here to reverse things. I'm not saying Satan is God, by the way. That's not why I'm here. Now, we have a Princess of Coin coming in here. So there will be an offer here for some of you who might be who are applying for work, or, you know. Three of Cups, Reunion, and the Empress. So we're going to end it there before we jump onto your private reads. And it will be, I'm not going to say Azazel is answering you. I'm not going to take that upon myself. But I will say, twin flame journey for some of you, or, you know, this symbol is just take it in, take it in, take it in. This is far more helpful than saying, oh please, Archangel Michael, no offense, but did you check out what Michael is? Do you know what the word E-L means? And do you know, Christians these days? Abrahamics. Oh. Please. Do you have, at least, I'm not saying I have the truth, but questions, certain kind of truths that are being served to you as the ultimate truth, question it. Do your homework and do some checkup. Because in the end of the day, it's all about vibrations and frequencies and your intentions. Soul is the finest of insect. Intelligence varies. Yes, I mean, I think humans got the entire idea about intelligence wrong. We think we know what being intelligent is, and you meet people who are pretty dumb, who think that the stronger my opinions are, the smarter. Oh, I've met someone actually. I asked her, I tested her because I couldn't help myself. I said, you must have many opinions. And she would be like, yes, I have so many opinions. And basically implying with her vibrations, the way she said it, that me having a lot of opinions means that I'm extremely intelligent. I'm a strong woman because I have so many opinions. Well, having opinions is basically also labeling something as small, big, sharp, this or that. Now again, what did my nephew say? How long is a fish? Now being an observer will get you further. Oh my god, I should be a rap star. Now, let's move on to the private read, guys. In the name of Azazel. In the name of Azazel. Alright, subscribers only. That means that 2 people left. Loon S. Key, throw your question in my face. Aya on Azazel Akin. And my beautiful moderators, if you have any suggestions on who should be before the other one, then please just give it to me, okay? But 9 Luna, like 18 is not a question. It's an absolute, isn't it? It's an absolute. Who knew I had chewing gum? Bless my mom for being here today with Pepsi Max with mango. Food. Licorice. I think me mommy loved me. Okay, guys. Luna and Kaiser. So Luna, like 18, do you have a twin flame in this life? Okay, Luna, do you have a twin flame in this life? Aya on Azazel Aken. Aya on Azazel Aken. Aya on Azazel Aken. Strength of God. Aya on Azazel Aken. Aya on Azazel Aken. Aya on Azazel Aken. Strength of God. To learn to have a twin flame in this life. To learn to have a twin flame in this life. Loki here is being portrayed as the devil. I'm pretty sure that the ancient Nordic gods were a part of the Anunnaki pantheon. What do you think, guys? I found some similarities in ancient texts that were very similar. They actually rephrased something as Asir. Asir, a vowel that does not exist in English. It's a mixture between E and A. They talk about the Asir, and that's Nordic stuff. Now, do you have a twin flame? Well, you have flame, for sure. Luna? Are you okay, Luna? Are you okay? Ah! Do you have the rule comment here, Barka? Oh yeah, there you are. Thank you, Barka, for reminding me. You are... Thank you, Barka. Thank you for reminding me. That's... I don't know what I'd do without you blue people. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So... You don't look so okay, Luna. I'll be honest with you. You don't look okay. This does not look okay. Looks like you need a hand. Yeah? The news you are waiting for or think. Don't hold your breath. Like we say in Norway, be your own locksmith, as in blacksmith. I don't know if you're still here, Tim, but be your own blacksmith, be your own lucky blacksmith, be your own lucky smith. We cannot Dev, Om Namah Shivai, but today it's Ea on Azazel Aken. Yes, but Shiva is always with us. It's spirit. Shiva. Yeah, Luna. There are some news here that you might expect them or wait for something. You know, maybe it's about money or love. It's not gonna come for you because you are in a state of mind where you block the energies. You basically say no, because I'm like this now, so I'm not ready to receive this positivity. But you also are in a state of mind in general where things go like this. Now, my life when I was younger, it was like or a bad day or a good day, and it was up and it was down, it was up and it was down. Now when you go into the high priestess mode, the days will be more like some sometimes you go down really hardcore because you're high up there. I'm not talking about high horse, but vibrations is something you're keeping eyes on the ball, because notice that when you exercise and you keep eyes on the ball and you have to focus on walking that line, you don't have the time to be depressed because you are working on you. You do something, and I see you need to do something. Like me now, I'm gonna go get manga. It's called coloring, so I can start doing that fucking tarot card that I've been talking about for 5 years soon. I did an oracle deck, which is every time I try to do drawings, well, shit, you know, need to find that. I can't look for the fire. I just have to get a grip, you know. You're also a little bit too much isolated, Luna. You should change your name to the sun. In Norse mythology, the sun, she's a goddess. Why? Well, if you have a look at the ovaries and how the females look down there, it's round and it's connected to the sacral chakra and the root chakra, and it's glowing orange. It's big. Well, the guys, well, they they defragment when they come visit us inside us with silver moon energy. So everything is turned upside down in this world. The women are suppressed, as we are the ones who actually give life. You're a life giver, Luna. Luna should be a male name. No, well, I tell my daughter, yes, I'm a feminist too, but that's also a label saying that, yes, I'm stuck in this world. You're above that, darling. You don't need anything, Luna. You don't need to take action, because when you say that, I need to take action, that makes you just labeled yourself as needy. Didn't you? Now maybe you already have what you need. You already have what you need. So maybe there is something else that needs to be adjusted here. Reprogramming. Maybe there is a bug on your software that makes the computer go a little bit slower. Doesn't mean that the computer cannot be reorganized or, cleansed. Maybe you simply need a virus fixer. Dev Carvani, your Saturn isn't bad. And Lord Shani and Saturn is the same thing. Like Sunny Dev. Sorry about that, my neck. I need a massage. Something is coming in here for you. Action and fire. But you're coming out as a little bit different. I see you have people around you. I don't know if you fear them. I don't know if they want to burn you like a witch, or tell you that, oh Luna, you're too much like this or you're too much like that, and if you care about that. But if you care less about what people think and do, because the goddess, when you created you, because you are the goddess, right? When you created you came here with a gift. Well, you unblock your energy by understanding that it's not really blocked. That's an illusion. There is no spoon. Now you have to come to that conclusion that there is no spoon, there is no blockage there, but you think there is a blockage, you think there is something wrong because, well, it's normal to feel drained. It's normal to feel like, yeah, I feed myself with too much sugar these days, so I get a little fatty and I exercise too little, but on the good side, I do a lot of tarot and my channel is growing. Now, you don't need to beat yourself up just because you're not the face of perfection, Luna. You're not blocked. You're okay. Inspire yourself. Inspire yourself. Now, in is a negative, so when we say illuminated, enlightened, we're actually saying no light or no illumination, no light, no. So we are walking around, like I said before, we are literally walking around saying no contract, no contract, no contract, no contract. So we also need to understand, or we should understand, that the more we can speak with our eyes, with our hands, and the more silent we can become and talk without really saying, utter a word, except if the word is resonating with the mantra, like Om Namah Shivaya, which is a light language. Now, someone's corrupted our language, so every time we talk, we say, I will wake up, that's something we keep when it's a funeral. Why are you weak in the end? People don't see, they think it's a coincidence. No, it's not. You need to understand that this is the true you. This is the real you. When are you going to realize that? You're the Empress. You're so afraid of being judged that you block yourself from doing what you want. Because, yeah, if you keep doing that, this is financial codependency, and this is, well, you're unblocking yourself here slowly, but there is unfinished business here, and you're still grieving because someone let you down. But you need to understand, darling, that be fierce. As you can see here, this is justice, but this is also Azazel, strength of God. This god here is known as Tyr, literally meaning Taurus or bull in Norwegian. Now, he lost an arm to chain this beast because Fenrir, the son, the offspring of Loki, is going to swallow the sun in the end of days. Now, check out YouTube, check Lone Wolf Motivation, check out the Stoics, go inspire yourself, fill yourself with fire, and remember that there are a lot of people here who love you, who believe in you, and remember, you're not just the moon, you are the sun as well, and you're Venus, the goddess of love and war. You have a gift, and you wonder, what kind of gift is that? Well, what is it that you love to do the most? That is your gift. Now go out there and share it with the world, because that's unity consciousness. Good luck, Luna. Eya on Azazel Aken. Eya on Azazel Aken. Eya on Azazel Aken. Alright. Kaiser, like 7. What is the true feelings of Tina for Kaiser? Kaiser, I already told you the true feelings she had for you. I wasn't clear clearly. Alright. I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to be mean. I'm going to do as you ask. You are a part of the family now, are you not? Deb, you're going to have to wait a little bit. Only one at a time, darling. Thank you again, guys, for all your subscribes and likes. I mean, we are 2,500 people! And thank you for letting me do the Azazel thing. My mom, she wants to come and pick me up tomorrow, so I don't know how much time I will have for the love spell thingy. Now, I don't have all the ingredients here, but I'll give you the list. And I don't even know if it's possible for you or if it's any point doing the love spell tomorrow. I don't know. Could any of you check where the moon is tomorrow and what planet the moon is in tomorrow, and what star sign the moon is in tomorrow, and whether it is waning or waxing? Could you check that out, Kim or Aaron or Maximus? Do you know? Kaiser. What was her name again? Sorry about that. Tina. I guess Tina is a girl. Kaiser means emperor in German. But sprechen Sie Deutsch? Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Clearly I don't. Well, you know. My finger, I broke my finger. Iran. Interesting. Well, Iran come from the word Aryan, which is related to an epoch or eon or time called the time of the Aries, which in fact was not a group of people, meaning the noble people, but it was Aryan. Yeah, it was a time period. Now we are in the age of Aquarius, so we are the Aquarian people now. Back then they were the Aryan people now, because it was an Aryan time. Like Jesus symbolizes the time of the Pisces. And those people, those Aryans who made up this construct, I believe they were Sumerian, and that's the exact area you live in now, Iran, Iraq, which we've been talking a lot about right now. Sorry, I'm just an information channel full of uninteresting information, and I can't stop talking about it. Yeah, I'm not claiming it's the truth. Really? So, Indo-European have some roots in Iran? Yeah, of course it does. Of course it does. If you put an A in front of the name, it's like saying no. It's no, like my name. An meaning heaven, but It's very confusing. Trying to change those things, you go nuts. This Tina, she's a little bit rude, I think. She's rude. She's a little bit aggressive. Or is that you? She's grieving. Luna, I'm sorry. I don't know if you see this, but I didn't find any twin flame, by the way. I found you being lonely. But here I actually do see a twin flame. I'm not saying it's a twin flame because there is a third party here also who is intervening with you. Or intervening. But in this deck, it looks like a twin flame, but I'm not going to be that quick claiming someone are twin flame because it takes a lot to be a twin flame. You need to be have a very high advanced spiritual awareness as a divine feminine anyway. The divine masculine does not believe in twin flame usually. That's the feminine. That's usually the rule anyway, but I don't know. I'm not sure I believe in rules. Rules are there so we can have something to break, but she's upset and she's angry. I think she believed that you might have been with someone else. I feel that this is in her mind. And she's literally, doing this and, spilling good wine. Saying, oh, this is worthless. There is this energy of loss, and this is very sudden. Whatever this we are talking about, it's very sudden. Now, when she realizes that there's, I don't know. I'm starting to think you guys are twin flames. Luna asked me if she had a twin flame, but I'm starting to think, Kaiser, you have a twin flame. You mirror each other, but there is someone here who might. it's actually quite funny how there's a lot of mirrors here. You look at each other. One is from Venus, one is from Mars. She looks at you and she's hungry. She looks at you with hunger. I don't know. She's keeping an eye on you. Like, I'm keeping an eye on you. I can't guarantee. Right now, clearly, she's not occupied with anyone else. Like I said, it could be a third party. It could be that she desires a reunion with you. I'm always suspicious to Three of Cups. However, why is there, you know, why is that third person there? You know, but it could be that she's just out with her friends. Because I see that she's depressed. She's sad. She's crying. There's this, yeah. She's about to break out of it. I think you're going to hear from her. You might hear from her. We have Mercury in Sagittarius here. This is third six. I don't know what that means. Okay, Tim Duffy, you have a good journey. Thank you, Barka. So you might get some use where she will feel victim, where she feel like a victim. But if you comfort her, you know my advice here, if you start accusing her and saying, no, I am the victim, you are, if you are willing to take in some things that you have said and done, which you could have done better, there is a chance that you guys can get back together. Because you mirror each other like twin flames. I'm not saying or telling you that you're twin flames, but there are many implications that says that you have a very strong connection, and she have feelings for you, but is she ready to commit? I don't know. She look up to you and think of you as the star, you know. She's trying to heal. Well, there is no contact, so, but the news you will get, they're not necessarily from her, they could be about her, you know. So I'm here to do a 7-card simple read, but they are making me so clueless that I triple the read anyway, and then in the end of it, I'm looking at the back of the deck, so I'm giving you 10 times as much information that you're not really supposed to get for free. So you will have to be happy with that and let someone else get in. Yes, Dev Karwani, what is your question? I do not memorize. You welcome, Kaiser, and good luck. Dev Karwani, what is your question? You want to ask about your parents' marriage life, because from last 1 year there's nothing same as in past 20 years. Your parents' marriage life, okay. Dev Karwani on Dev Karwani. Hello there, everyone. I will not be able to read all of you. However, I'll try to be on a little sooner, and so that in a day or two before you will able to book, not from Facebook. I realized that we need the activity here. You can also be on Facebook. We will put up information there if you guys want to know each other more, because I see some of you are actually hitting it off in the between of you. You have a good journey, Tim Duffy, and give your mother a hug from me. Give your mother a hug from Crazy Norwegian Woman. Okay, the best of luck to your Leo lady. Now, guys, wish Tim Duffy a nice trip to his mother, or Alaska. If I was there, I would love to come with you. I want to see Alaska. That's on my bucket list. Anyway, guys, I'm going to put up a notification that you can pre-book a read on this channel, on my list, on the messages part where we message each other. On the messages, yeah, below. You know, if the list is even 100 people, I can still only read this much. That's why we are trying also to give you the possibility to pay $7 to get your VIP. Okay. So right now I have a couple of guests that I will read. Someone real from my own town is maybe coming over here. Another witch, a Wicca girl, Glitter Wicca. You can check her out on Instagram. Her name is Glitter Wicca, W-A-C-C-A. She's a friend of mine from Norway. But I own her in tarot cards, so she'll visit me one of the days. A beautiful girl with a very similar name like mine. Besides that, I will try to make it possible for you to pre-book so we can have a list. Make it as fair as possible. Okay, so on Dev, your parents, I'm on your parents right now. On Dev's parents. What's going on with Dev's parents? And what's the outcome? I assume you live in India or that area. That you are a Hindu. Up कैसे है? Still on the same phrases. I was going to study a little bit Hindi today, but family business came instead. Okay. Family business. Okay, Om Namah Shivaya, är on Azazel Arcade. There is a grudging and resentment here, Deb. Hello there, Noor Safi. Hello, welcome to Azaman Aurora. Mastan, what's up? Danny Go away. Welcome to our channel. All right. Dev, are you there? Dev, I forgot that second part of your name, I'm sorry. On the surface, seems very good, but there is resentment and financial codependency in the background here. There you are. So I just want your second name, Dev Karvani. Karvani. Okay. You're from India, right? North Indian, huh? Like I said, it looks okay on the surface. It seems like, let's see here, what's going on? someone here, one of your parents, maybe someone in your family, there is this energy here of not acknowledging the reality of certain things taking place, but one of them are not acknowledging that, this is the reality. No, it is not. You're on the west of India, so close to Mumbai or something like that. Ah, well, they seem to. It was a very fertile past your parents had, that's for sure. I think that some of the issues have something to do with money. It's money related, that they are not necessarily okay. Hmm. Yeah, I have some friends in Mumbai. Friends spread all over India. Most of them are either in south, north, or west. Not so many from east. There, I have friends in Sri Lanka. Is it Sri Lanka? Maybe not Sri Lanka. That island where everyone are Islam. Okay, so yeah, seems to me that your mom and dad have some disagreement, especially financially. Financially, it's a subtle issue here. Disagreement. Yeah, because there is Knight of Cups in reversed. Not Knight, King, sorry, Scorpio is grudging. Hello Arva, up Cancer here. Everything cool. I think they are a little bit afraid of what people will say if they find out that there are some issues, that there are financial issues here. They are afraid to lose face, you know. And usually we cannot really know the ascendant sign of the person by tarot cards. We can only know what is affecting, because our ascendant is affected all the time and it moves all the time, but it takes a long time in each sign. My ascendant has now been in Leo for many years, and it will remain in Leo for some more years until it enters Virgo. Now your ascendant is being affected all the time. Let's take one example. I don't mean I'm still on your dev. It's an interesting question that Erna gives me. Let's see what my ascendant would be right now, how I appear physically and how I behave. Let's see what affects my ascendant now, just so we could give an example. How is my ascendant right now? And it will be different from each deck. I pick from different angle, and so but the cards. So how does my ascendant look now? Aya on Azazel Aken. 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 How does my ascendant look now? Aya on Azazel Aken. So I'm actually being given 3 cards on my ascendant. And like I suspected, it is interesting because I have Leo in my ascendant. And what do you know? I get Leo. ascendant. So that's an interesting coincidence. Now, to many people, I appear as a tad arrogant. Yeah, because I probably am a little bit arrogant. Why? Maybe because I am very happy with whatever I am, with whatever God created me as. I'm happy with that. And that can make me appear as arrogant and bossy. And I probably have that also on my shadow side. So this is actually pretty accurate. Does that mean I'm a bad person? That's why we need to be careful with saying, oh, this person is a playboy. I know when my sister was here today, I talked her earful and I could see that she would be like annoyed. Something old between us. And Ace of Coins, well, that's coins in reverse. I'm not rich. It also shows that I'm not hanging around too long. So I also come out with Aries energies as someone who is always occupied, traveling, always have a lot of stuff to do. Right. So in the back of that, yeah, I'm not gonna go into that, but there is something to that. Interesting enough, I am Scorpio in the end of the day, and this is Scorpio energy. So black clothes, black kajal, and those things. So I'm going to finish your read, Dev. Just a second. So let's check your person ascendant with one card. Because, like I said, it's an interesting question. So let's see if we can find. Usually I do not do interruptive things like that, but like I said, it's an interesting question. Can one find the ascendant? You have to be patient on my side, because I am the snail, I am the turtle, I am Gemini on my ascendant also. Okay, so the ascendant here is showing up as Venus in Scorpio. So Scorpio ascendant and maybe Venus on top of that ascendant. So very seductive and deep and but also stressed out, nervous energy. Yeah. So I was just Venus is Scorpio. Yeah. So I trust my blue people here because I don't look up too much. But an interesting question. I'm going to let it go for now. But your person is coming out here with Venus in Scorpio on the ascendant. So that means that he literally could be affected. Either this is you, because sometimes it reflects each other. But this is Venus in Scorpio. So this is, he could have Scorpio ascendant in the natal chart, or it could be progressive. As you see, my progressive showed Leo, which is correct, actually. My Venus in Scorpio is right now. But I'm born natal chart with Venus, cusp, Leo, Virgo. But this is Gemini energy, being anxious. So he could even have Mercury conjunct Venus on top of the Scorpio ascendant. So it's just a suggestion, but you have to find out. So let me move on with the person who I'm actually doing the read on here. So if you want to know exactly your person's ascendant, you need to find out when they are born and the exact time, which is not always easy. They have to sometimes contact the hospital. But if you're in India, they already are born with the Kundali, which is given to them or given to you by birth. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. All right, so Dev Karvadi, it seems to me that your parents are a little bit afraid of losing their face, or that someone that there is an argument here that has its root in money and how they are being portrayed. There is a loss here of status, or something about status, where someone feel, it could also be that they are slipping a little bit apart here, and I think you're right about that, because there is a big loss here. Again, there is a big loss. So I don't know if your father have a private firm or company. A cycle here is coming to an end. And Hagalas here, this rune, is about destruction. And that is Shiva. That is all Shiva. Is destroyer of all evil. You wanted to see yours? Okay, well then it's even more interesting. So you don't know your own astrological Irma, you don't know your own ascendant? I don't know if you're from India, if you're from India. So you don't know when you're born. That you can ask the hospital about that. The information is at the hospital. All right, so Dev Karvadi. God, I forgot your name already. There is a wonderful outcome in this situation emotionally. Something good is going to take place there. 10 of Cups. Somehow this situation will be resolved emotionally. But there could be that they might agree to disagree, you know. But someone's going to raise here. Maybe, I don't know if your parents are still working, but there is a raise here. Some kind of a healing process taking place here in the final outcome here. But there is still this mentality in the end, or there's still this mentality or fear of losing a lot of money, or being that is ridiculous, Erna. That is ridiculous. And your parents have no clue when you're born. That's pretty annoying. That's pretty annoying, because there are so many things you're missing out on when you don't know your own. I don't know if you're adopted, if your own mother don't know when you're born. on the minute, on the hour. That's pretty lame. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, working. I hope it resolves and it hurts my mental health. Carvani. Yeah, I understand. It looks like here though that it will resolve itself, but your parent, they must stop fearing. There will be a loss here and there will be a gain. For some reason, I see that, and from there, things will move fast forward. But there is someone here. There is this. There's going to be more loss, Carvani. So your parents, I cannot dictate them, but you can help them with their situation, with their mentality. Now, if you're a Hindu, I can say, okay, Shrim Rim Klim Shrim Lakshmi Raja Gachaha Mama Mandira Tishta Tishta Swaha. If they have a puja there and it's dirty, it's filthy, and the fruit is not really that good, it's fermented, the Lakshmi magic is not going to work really well, is it? You're going to attract negative jinns. So when it comes to wealth and money, I do firmly believe in feng shui. Now, I also firmly believe that the fear of not having enough is manifesting not having enough. And so maybe the standard in your family is a little bit high. I cannot help them with their money problem but what I want to do in the future is to help people think a little bit different so they can survive on their own with, like me, I sometimes get a coin here and there from other places than my main source, because I do want to, like I told you, I'm working on my own tarot deck, because the things we love to do are those places where our skills are also great. Now, I cannot sit here and tell that to your mom and dad, because there are certain things here that will be resolved. I even see a big celebration and something wonderful here. But I also see that the end result might affect the relationship permanently between them. But the messages here are so mixed that I'm not able to, this story is so complicated, Dev Karvani, that I cannot dig deep enough and I cannot resolve it. But what I can say that it has a lot to do with mentality here. Now, what you need to make sure of is that you make sure that you are well first. If you are unwell and your money isn't going that well, you are incapable of helping them. If your own garden is not sprayed properly. Now, if you can help yourself and understand the power of being an entrepreneur and the power of the mind and the power of being an alchemist when it comes to manifesting money and manifesting happiness and manifesting trust, because someone here is trying to control the other one into the degree here. I see a big loss of money here. But I also see someone here, I see a betrayal here. maybe at your father or mother's workplace, or maybe someone in your family. And that's a problem. And that's not something I cannot cast spells from here and say, tell you that's a brother or a, you know, because I do see a loss here in status, maybe in work. You know, we are, instead of being promoted, you are being degraded. We are going to pay you less, and that's a problem. So, but I also see that some good things are going to come in for you. I see both things. At the end of the day, I don't know if you have children or if they will be grandparents soon, but they say blood is thicker than water. So tell me how it's going again. Keep me updated. I'll do my best to be around. But I cannot, when it comes to money, I cannot help you from here. But like I said to the other people, it has a lot to do with the general mentality. I too need to think smarter, like Aaron say, don't work harder, work smarter. I just happened to, today I was so happy when I love having visitors over here, but I was very happy to come back here and do this Azazel thing. I knew, however, you're not going to let me go unless you get your free reads. So today the free reads are a gift from Azazel because he gave us so much. And I think that it's unfair to demonize someone because they are being human. And not to mention generous, you know. I think that's pretty cool. So, yeah. Cheers for the fallen angel Azazel, also known as the Igigi, and for being a little bit naughty and being kind to humanity, I think. If he was in India, he would be worshipped, you know. Oh, well, maybe he already is under a different name. Okay, we are going to try again, Irma, and check your ascendant sign per tarot, alright? In that case, you need to use the deck who actually have star signs on the card. That's possible with the... Where are you? Where are they? What's this going on here? Okay, there you are. Hiding, huh? Okay, let's see. But you have to know, it will change, Irma. It will change. But as of now, and as of today, we will see what kind of ascendant Irma have. Looks like you got Leo as well. You got Leo right now. And you got Jupiter in Leo, or Jupiter on your Leo ascendant. And I'm pretty sure the universe insists on it because you got Leo like me, King of Wands in reverse, like me. So you and me, we are coming out as a little bit arrogant, both of us. We both have Leo in reverse on our ascendant, which is kind of funny. But you're coming out as strong fire, like me. Strong fire. So yeah, I hope this helps. Jupiter on the ascendant right now. And you're also showing up as victorious and a little bit arrogant, like you and me. So if you think I seem arrogant, well, maybe because, showing up as very self-confident, like I said, can appear as very arrogant, right? It can appear as very arrogant. And but I'm also very prideful for being who I am, what I am. Thank you. Well, it's interesting you are being told it's Leo, but you think it's Taurus, and yet you get Leo twice here now. I don't know what to say. This is what the cards give me, so work on that. Okay, Jupiter also, like me, in sidereal I have Gemini natal, not progressive. I got Leo progressive, natal tropical is Cancer. Confused yet? Natal sidereal it's Gemini. Mars on the ascendant. So verbally aggressive, yes. Martial art talent, yes. Leo progressive, we are awesome. Yes. Okay, Irma, let's move on to the next one. You need to look that up. You need to Google that because we only do one question. Remember, Irma, we are more people here. So now you're proving to be that Leo thing in reverse. Remember, we are a lot of people here who need to read. Raven, will I get married? Raven, Kaur, did you leave me a like? But you can Google Jupiter on the ascendant. I cannot spend all my time here on one person. I hope you respect that. Okay, Nipu Akhter. Do your research. Do your little bit Google. Okay, I lost everyone now. Barka, whose turn is it? Love Light Tarot. Aman Aura, whose turn is it? Because now I lost so many. Only 14 people, but still. Yeah, all these feelings towards me. Soon I will throw tomatoes in your direction. So sorry. Oh. Oh. Bless you, Dev Kavani, for having a different question than someone's feelings towards you. This obsession with other people's feelings towards you, seriously? You see this? You see this? It's a Scorpio claw. Not joking. It's a claw. Meow. Okay. Aman Aurora, like 23. Heroin, when will I find a new job? I resigned from a toxic job after my second daughter. Not. When it comes to time, okay, Aman Aurora. Aman Aurora, are you there? I've somehow got paper cut from the tarot card. Well, that's on both sides. That's weird. Aman Aurora. Yep, you can thank Love Light Tarot. But I don't know your question, Aman. Okay, that kind of question. That's good. That's good, actually. See, that's good. That's good. Good question. Eya on Azazel Akin. Eya on Azazel Akin. Eya on Azazel Akin. Eya on Azazel Akin. Career advice. Career advice. Career advice. Career advice. Om Namah Shivaya. Oalfaderudin, hans to sorte rammer, hugin minut, takker jeg mine. Vis oss så vi kan se, så vi kan se. Yeah, well, first of all, the snail is here, and the snail tells you, move slowly, slow down. Things are going way too fast. You're way too occupied, or live too much with your head in front of your actual head, like energy. So slow down. Take it easy. And smell the flowers around you. Let yourself be inspired by the nature, by colors, and the dreams that you have in the night. Write them down. Write down your dreams, because if you can remember your dreams and you write them down, certain things will come to you. And sometimes, I had this dream earlier this year or last year, who cares, said paint roses, paint roses, paint roses. I dreamt, literally wearing the dress in the wardrobe there is yellow. My mother's dress. She asked me to paint roses. And so I dream about that. And in the dream, I'm at school, and my task is to paint yellow roses, just like the dress. Afterwards, I was followed by the voice of the universe, keeping on saying, paint roses, paint roses, paint roses, paint roses. And that was the universe talking to me. So I started to paint roses, and I realized that I lost the touch to my inner self, because they came out as very clumsy, and I realized my focus, I lost the focus on the ball. Yeah. Exactly. So you need to slow down, and this I see that you're not getting enough help And you might feel that people have let you down regarding their help in your life. Maybe something's been taken from you, things, belongings, money, property, that you feel that is denied to you. I also feel that you're unhappy. You're not happy with how things are right now. I feel that you miss having someone around you that could support you. So in this case, you need to be more tough, like the wolf. You need to understand that in the end of the day, we kind of are alone, but we're always being watched by, I would love to say angels, but I hate to break it to you, it's angels, and they are archangels. And who's watching us? Well, those are light beings, ancestors, and benevolent beings who loves us and cares about us, our own soul family. Sometimes it's your own future you and siblings and other versions of you who also watch you. We have plenty, we have multiple. Many people ask me, how many spirit guides do I have? How many people, animals, totem animals? You have a lot. If you ever had a pet that you love and it died, it's always with you. So that's something you need to know, by the way, that you're never really alone. I see that you feel overwhelmed, okay? And so you need to turn this around, take back the control. So I don't know how your daughters are like, that's a different question. But if you don't do something, if you don't slow down, because you are a very good mother, Queen of Cups, upright there, 6th house, you're a beautiful mother. You also have a High Priestess, which confirms my idea. So your career has to do about motherhood, actually, about being a mother. It has something to do about because you have knowledge. So if you like to speak, but I have a feeling you're a little bit shy. But there is something great here for you if you wish to take it. Universe have it, and you're coming here and you're asking me, and think of me as the universe talking back to you, sharing. Of course, I am limited as a human, but I'm also the universe taking human form, and I also follow my highest passion, which is what we're supposed to do. And when you do that, you're aligned with the universe. So if you think of me as the universe right now, I will tell you, as the universe, you have a gift when it comes to motherhood and compassion. And you are a teacher on this field. Now, how can I learn that? Well, there is conflict and there is creation. Now, 7 of Swords here tells me that you've been betrayed. And whoever betrayed you, whoever deceived you, you caught them, or they caught themselves. They revealed themselves. Or this is something that might be, if you're not shy or not scared, then I'm actually very excited on your behalf, because you have so many things to teach about people when it comes to creativity. You have a beautiful gift when it comes to seeing colors and how things work together, how you understand immediately things that are very spiritual and very deep. You have a very strong Shakti or divine feminine energy that I would love to see you share with people. You tell me you're a graphic designer, actually. So you took a break to spend time with my daughters. Now, that's pretty interesting because you and me, we have a similar occupation. Right now, I am giving people guidance by looking at pictures, right? So I channel the energy by looking at the pictures and talking to you. I'm also a graphic designer, and I follow my highest passion by looking at pictures, but I'm also working on designing my own tarot deck. On my spare time, I make a lot of sketches, but I am very slow and too slow. But then again, we have all eternity, so what's the rush? Well, for me, it's no rush. For you, you slow down and you work consistently. You see this guy, every year, every season, they collect. The squirrel collect what it needs to collect. It's taking action. This is Aries energy, taking action. And it collects exactly what it needs in order to make its nest. Now you have that gift. And so you have that gift to already, like me, I created my own channel. Now we have 2,500 subscribers. So people already know about me. And I've been working many years with different things, but from the university, I also have 2 years with art and handcraft, 3 years high school, that was art and handcraft. I've got some scattered teaching from masters of art who've been teaching me privately. I also went to school in Denmark, so I have exactly the tools and the physical equipment I need to make a card. Now, if you're, let's say, hypothetically, you are interested in doing an oracle deck, that's actually pretty good money. So if you go and check out, maybe you will probably have to need to take a shitty job on the side, because I'm blessed with big Norwegians. I'm among the oil children. I'm retired, okay? But I still want to create. I still want to give back to people and the universe. Thanks to people's tax money, I can retire. Now the thing is, I work still. I work for free. In this case, meaning I'm not paying, I'm not charging you for giving you this advice. What I'm trying to tell you is take your graphic design to a higher level. You have this gift when it comes to seeing colors and compositions, which is showed pretty clearly in the cards here. You are easy to inspire because you are someone who are inspiring in general. You have this fire and water inside of you. So I want you. So you need money to save. Well, first of all, you need to go out of this need, and calm down. Okay? Because if I need money right now, well, there is a book you must read. It's called Cash in a Flash. Can you read that book for me? Because if you need money right now, read the book Cash in a Flash. I read it 3 times. And I cannot guarantee you that you will get cash in a flash, but first of all, today we have the capability and the tools, we have even artificial intelligence who could help us to create our own card deck, our own. I was asked if I wanted to publish a children's book, and I've got many offers, and at 4 of Cups I say no, So get the book. There they will describe to you ways of getting cash in a flash pretty quick. But if you chase the money instead of your passion, you will keep on chasing the money, because when you are in the chaser energy, whatever you are chasing will always run away from you. So you need to put up a trap. If you want the rabbit, you cannot run after the rabbit. You need to stop and make the rabbit come to you. That's the problem with people and money and love. We think that by running and chasing after the love, we will catch him in the end, and then love me, love me, love me, love me, love me. No, I won't love you. So, Eight of Cups says that you need to detach emotionally from something, and here you have taking action, and here you have the power of the Scorpion. See how elegantly he stands like that, carry his cups. Now everything you worry about will manifest itself out there as something physical or a situation. Now if you can tell yourself, I'm in full control and charge of this, like Aaron say, don't work harder, work smarter. You have what it takes to create something beautiful. But if you say that, no, that's not possible, or no, because I'm in this situation, blah, 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 this stops me, this stops me. Okay, that is the reality. So you are the creator of your reality. Now you can choose. Do you want to slow down and be the master of your own reality, or do you want to hasten it and chase the money and be the one who always run after the money, always stressed out, getting old really fast? Yeah. Yes, but welcome to the world, Aman, Aurora. I have debt, my mom have debt. I almost said my daddies have debt, but they don't. Now, it's going to get tougher, so you might want to get started right now. Now I'm going to do Rhythm 1035 Raven. I want to know which career is best suited for me. Okay, another career read. So, you good luck, Aman. You will do just fine. As long as you have the mentality correct set up there, you will do just fine. We have 40 minutes left, and then I'm hitting the sack. Yeah, guys, I'm not your psychologist. I am only a tarot card reader, and I just remind you, I give out 7 cards. So when I give out a lot more cards and answer a lot of questions on one person, try to think a little bit about other people here who also are waiting, who have probably the same problem like you do, or as severe as a problem like you do, or even more severe of a problem like you do. That goes for all of you. Try to think a little bit about that. So take the advice I give you. I tell people I give 7 cards, 1 advice, and yet for some reason you managed to milk me. Okay, there are more people here, so please share with each other. So, Barka, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I will try to put up a list where you can pre-sign up for the next read. Now, I don't know if there will be any read tomorrow because I'm invited out. Because if I isolate too much and only do this, I too will going to need a fucking shrink. um, Thank you so much, guys, for your likes and subscribes. Okay, Aram. Cards on my planet placement. I don't know much about my planet placements. Okay, so I'm going to do Aram now because that question is. I'm opposing you a little bit, but I just need a small break when it comes to who's getting married and love and feelings in all directions. It's going to drive me crazy soon, I'm going to be honest. So I'm not saying I will never advise you on your boyfriends and relationship stuff, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going a little bit nuts about who's feeling what's towards the other one. So you need to take care of yourself, guys. Think about making a good nest, loving yourself, self-love. And so if you have something different to give me, I'm going to prioritize a little bit because it's going to be an inspiration for you to care about something else than what someone else's feelings about you, because that's not what life is about. What people are feeling about you, that's not life at all. Life is what you are feeling about you, and when you are feeling great about you, give yourself proper self-love, it's going to be manifested out there. So today, thank you Azazel again for giving me the voice to speak up on this. On Azazel I can. Tomorrow I'm going to give a short and efficient, before I go to my mother's place, read on not read, an instruction on, for those of you who are interested in a love spell. It's an innocent love spell. It's not black magic. It's not slaughtering of insects, animals, roosters, or anything nasty like that. It's just for fun. And but you have to be cautious like that, just like if you eat paracetamol or drink a glass of wine. You never know, right? So cautious with everything you do. You never know what we're fiddling with. That goes also with this so-called demonic entity known as Azazel. However, I don't believe for a second that Azazel is a demon. I believe that is bullshit. So, let's do your chart. Okay, I forgot your name, but guys, you help me out here, blue people. Aram, thank you. I think Aram, that who you are the one who get your astrological placement. Okay, so this is not fixed. This is your energies right now as we speak, and they might, they will be different very soon, because some planets are moving very fast, especially the moon. Wherever the moon is, it's moving fast. Okay, so I'm just doing how your house placements are now. What's in your house placement from a tarot perception? They basically translate for me, for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so basically here, what you have on your ascendant, you've got Scorpio, and it's possible you have Venus on your, like the other one here I talked about. So that's interesting. 2 of you got Scorpio ascendant here, Scorpio ascendant. is very common. It's one of the most common ascendants that we have. Both of my sisters got Scorpio and Mars ascendants. So they know how to bite me, although I've got Sun, Moon, and some Scorpio. They know how to bite back. Yeah. So you could have Venus on your ascendant as well in Scorpio. You also have in second house, you have Moon in Sagittarius. Moon in Sagittarius, second house. So obviously this will not make any sense. Will not make any sense. So you're going to have to on your own evening, but this is the energies. Okay, this is the energies that are translated. Maybe it's probably something different, but this is the vibrations, how you can translate them. In third house, which is ruled by Gemini, which is a Gemini house, the house of knowledge, which is ruled by Thoth, you have Libra. And the moon is also here. So the moon could be, cusp, second and third house here. Possible right now. In your fourth house, which is family, motherhood, which is the moon, ruled by the moon. It's not coming up clear, but it's aquatic. It's aquatic. It's Cancerian. It's Scorpio. It is. Why do I have to make it fucking difficult? Sorry, excuse my French. What? You're not here. No, you're not here. But there you are. Okay. Don't worry. It's all in order. It's all in order. We have you here. So fourth house. Let's check your fourth house. So fifth house. Yeah, those houses that doesn't really show. Fifth house shows an earth sign here. Show me the fourth house. Fourth house here. So it's Virgo. Virgo energy. And it's water energy as well. So how to mix that? Well, I'm Scorpio with Venus in Virgo. My fourth house, I have Venus in fourth house in Placidus chart. So it could be something in that direction. Just be glad I know a little bit Scorpio. Yeah, fourth house is Cancer. That's correct. That's correct. And I have that in Placidus. I got a really large fifth house, which also, when you have a large house, whatever house you have in Placidus, the opposition house will be equal to that. So if my fifth house is like really gappy like this, the opposition house, which is 11th house Aquarius, will be equally as big. So my fifth house and 11th house are large. They gasp over several signs. But when you do Hellenistic, they are all 30-degree house. God, I didn't even know I knew all this astrology stuff, but apparently I do. Okay, so your fifth house is coming out as the energy here is showing that I'm not really someone who are ready to uh, but that's fluffy word. What's that fluffy word? You know. Mm. You know, sometimes we need to depend on something, follow my duty, commitment. The fifth house is showing that I'm not really someone who I want to have fun. I want to be different. I like, and I have the same. I actually have Uranus in fifth house, and that's wanting to be, desiring being different, having fun, seeking different things. Fifth house is all about children, being childlike, having fun, and I believe that you could have something of that energy right now where you seek something different, and you're not you don't want to commit too many things because it will stress you out. And that's kind of my life, the story of my life. I'm 48 now, and I'm unmarried, don't have a house, I don't have a car, and I'm sitting here just doing tarot, but I'm completely relaxed. I don't have to worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't have to be anywhere at any specific time, and that's kind of cool. I feel like that's kind of cool, Um, yeah, but that's cool also because then you don't really have to care about. My aunt is married, and every day she, her entire life she has to have the dinner ready at 4 o'clock because then he will be home at work, and he's like, "Hag, where are you, Hag? Where's my fucking dinner?" Old school marriage. Yeah. Where we pretend that everything is great and perfect, but on the surface, a lot of things are pretty shitty. Now, sixth house looks pretty awesome. You got 10 of cups there. Now, that is Mars in Pisces. So that means you have to be a little bit careful when it comes to addictions. You could be similar to me in many ways, yeah. Because six of house is Neptune. I have Neptune in sixth house. And you have Pisces in sixth house here, which is pretty much the same. That's why you could be oversensitive to drugs and alcohol. You could be really drunk very quick. You have Mars in Pisces there, which can shows that I know how to enjoy my life, but you could easily gain weight like that. You could easily overindulge in things. You could easily get too much water in your body, so you have to be careful with salt. That's what it tells me. Now, seventh house, 5 of Cup, Mars in Scorpio. And it's coming out in reversed. So you are someone that shows me you're willing to work very hard to make a relationship work, but you tend to mess it up very quickly. Maybe because you become too intense, maybe because you become too controlling. A girlfriend or boyfriend don't like that. 8th of house, Venus in Aquarius, 8th house. So Venus and Aquarius, 8th house. I have Aquarius, 8th house. I'm obsessed with science fiction, tarot card, astrology, everything that has to do with Aquarius. Human rights, animal rights, our rights, this rights, UFOs, aliens, and pink hair and being different. And so here you also have Venus and you have Aquarius, and don't play too many mind games. Don't do that with people or try to control your partner or anything like that, because you will be single for the rest of your life. Can't fool the cards. Actually, these cards are showing a lot of, revealing a lot of things. Now, ninth house shows Leo energy, the force. It's also ruled by Salia, which is Mars archangel. You know how I feel about angel. You also get Venus there right now. So it could be, that it's a line from, Venus is not necessarily exactly there because it can't be everywhere, can it? But sometimes it can be progressive Venus, it can be transit Venus, or it can be natal Venus. So there is Venus energy right now in Leo in your ninth house, which tells me, but it's in reverse, that if you want to travel, it could be this energy of that it will drain you right now, that it's not the time now. You seem drained, maybe because of, yeah, you seem drained basically. I move on because I can't do this, is too much. Actually, I do, because I'm only supposed to give out 7 cards, but I just get so carried away. I'm so sorry for other people have to wait for this. Now, 10th house, it shows that you have the ability to make a lot of money. However, 3 of coins is coming in reverse, so it could be a square here. Oh my god. So Mars in Capricorn, 10th house, Capricorn energy in 10th house is what you want. And Mars is fire in Capricorn. That is extreme control. So you are someone who, you want to be independent, at the same time you want to control the situations a little bit too much. And here you're showing up as almost like unemployed. I don't know if you're unemployed, but things are not going too well wherever you work. You are being underpaid for what you do. Why? Maybe because you are trying to control the situation a little bit too much. Mars in Capricorn can be almost, you also have Scorpio energy there in 10th house. And of course, you could have Scorpio in 10th house. That's possible. And if you do have that, you will be someone who love power, you love money. So I'm not saying you're unemployed, but what I'm saying here that you could be, or it shows that you're not being paid enough, because 3 of coins is not a lot of money, is it? It shows that you might be worth a lot more that you're being paid. It's how I translate it anyway. You can translate it as you wish. We also, if Maximus is here, maybe he have yeah, that's true, Love Light Tarot, that's true. Yeah. So only one question, Aram, only one question, and I'm kind of giving you 12 answers. And a lot more cards than 7 cards. So, interesting enough, in 11th house you have Aquarius, and that is Aquarius. You're supposed to have Aquarius. I mean, you have Aquarius in the Aquarian house, and it's coming out found. So, among people, you're coming out as intelligent and someone very rational. So when I say that, I believe you might be a little bit underpaid regarding your work, because you're someone here, you have the potential, but there is some tension here regarding you and maybe the people you work with. Maybe you don't feel it, but they do. Now, 12th house, that's Neptune. And in 12th house, you do have Neptune, but it's showing up in reversed. So there is something here you are ignoring regarding your inner child, regarding you are kind of ignoring something from the past, something inside of you is not getting the proper attention and care that you should give to yourself. So 12th house is Neptune, and you have Neptune in 12th house, which is interesting enough that a lot of the positions you have are pretty proper. So what is it that you need to do? Because this is a very, I don't know, Taurus energy. Maybe Taurus could block your, because this is your subconsciousness, but we think that we need to dig down, but you need to go up to focus, to grasp that energy of Neptune and understand compassion for yourself, forgiveness, to let go. But I'm not going to, because you come here and you ask me, how are my planetary placement according to the house? And then I'm giving you 12 answers, followed up by you pulling the line here and starting to ask me, you want relationship advices as well, which tells me you're a little bit selfish right now. Because now you think that now this entire channel is all about you. You understand that? I'm being direct as fuck. I am the Queen of Swords. I just gave you a big read, and you want me to give you another read about relationship. Yeah. It's just a wake-up call. Because people need to think more about other people. And I just gave you at least 10 minutes now for free. So it's not about me. I mean, I don't mind giving you relationship advices. It's just that there are other people on this channel. And you just prove to me that at work, maybe things tend to be all of a sudden too much all about you. That's for you to think about. Maybe you think that things are okay at work, but maybe some people think that it's a little bit too much about Aram. Yeah, but also the rules says only one question. So if I see someone here in the chart, but the chart here says 5 of Cups, Mars in Scorpio. And so we've already been through your 7th house. The 7th house is relationship. And it says here that you can be a little bit controlling in relationship in general. Now, if you can ask me if I see someone there. Now, I don't know, do you see someone there? I see a loss there. Because of the need to control. And that it is difficult to live up to your expectations. That's also something I could see. Maybe you say, no, I don't need to control anything. Well, I don't know you. You could either be in denial, or you could be someone who said, "Oh, I don't need to control you." Well, I've heard that before. I don't expect anything of the people I love. Well, this is a shallow read. You know, this is a very shallow read. I'm just going very general, superficially over the cards, and it's a possibility, right? If we're going to check out the relationship and check out that one house and that one house only, because there's a lot more to it. Because reading your chart takes a lot of time. It takes hours to understand your chart. It doesn't take 10 minutes. So I cannot tell, you know, the entire aspect of you. I can just give out small hints from what I see. But Mars in Scorpio is someone who can work for a long time, especially to, you know, invest a lot in a relationship. You're willing, it tells me you're willing to invest a lot in a relationship. Maybe too much, you know. And Scorpio and Mars can be very controlling. Now it's showing up in reversed. And it shows Five of Cups, that you focus too much on what you don't have. But there are 3 cups left. But it's showing up in reversed. So trying to dig very deep on the meaning of that in 1 minute, I can't do that. So you will have to come back again if you want to know more about relationships. Although I did pick you out because you didn't ask me so much about feelings and relationships today, because I'm a little about it. Thank you so much, Aram. One last question, and then I need to go to bed. 10 minutes ago. Actually, 1 hour ago, but I come on late today. I'm sorry. But this is for Azazel. This is for Azazel, for giving us and for apologizing. Apologize on behalf of whoever threw Azazel, and for apologizing to fucking all goats in the world, for treating goats, for blaming goats, Jewish religion, whoever you are out there. I'm not an anti-Semite, obviously. How would that be possible? But fucking hell. I think that's an important thing, that remember where we are here to gain consciousness about unity. And here we are overlooking the fact that people are running around. They want you to be Christian, and they come into my channel and they tell me to repent, talking about Jesus, referring to a religion that think it is okay that people are burning in hell because they teach us about knowledge, and I think it is okay to give sacrifice that are blood, like a Kali sacrifice. I was in a Kali ritual, and they came to sacrifice a large rooster, and that's black magic. So that Bible, guys, I like to take my liberty here, giving you free reads, and at the same time pointing out certain things that people need to wake up a little bit. Now, most of you guys in here are actually Hindus, and I really appreciate that. Om Namah Shivaya, because it understands far more about spirituality than people who are indoctrinated by the rip-off of the rip-off of the rip-off of the rip-off, also known as the modern Protestant Bible. And not understanding that the entire process about Jesus and the crucifixion and these things, it's an alchemical process that takes place inside your body. The Hindus know that. Why can't people in the West also soon wake up and understand that? You know. So like 5, hey Raven, how are you? What's the message from Angel about Ishtar and for his next step? Apkese here. Well, Shub. That's all I can say in return. What's the message from Angel about Ishtar and I for his next step? Well, the message from Azazel, the fallen angel. I think he's okay with that, because today we praise the fallen angel Azazel for giving us knowledge about tools, about the civilization we live in. So let's do that. But I have no clue about what you're talking about. So I assume it's a soul relationship, and that Nipu, you are Ishtar, and you are I, as in you, and his next step towards you. And that you, Nipu, are a girl. Am I right? So guys, this will be the last read. Only 3 people left anyways, so you got the message. I'm sorry if I'm boring you. I'm digging a little bit too deep regarding you guys sometimes. So I have to be more effective and chop it a little bit down. However, it's not something I'm used to, but I have to do it. I am too much of a snail. I'm snail in reverse. I'm so snaily that I'm completely stagnant. Now I'll have to pick a proper deck for you, Nipu. Okay. And the messages there. I'm going to choose the animal cards because they are true angels. Animals are true angels. More angels than any human ever could be. So, and they also represent different kinds of frequencies that we can learn from. So messages from your person. Okay. Apkar Svagate i en Shubrati. Yeah. Thank you so much, Barka and Love Light Tarot, for being here for me today. I really appreciate your help. It is not going unnoticed that you are here for me. I haven't seen you for a while, Love Light Tarot. So I was like, oh, what just happened? Oh, you're here. I'm happy to see you, by the way. I'm very, very happy to have you both here. And not really asking for anything that's something I appreciate a lot, guys, girls. As you can see, a lot of people, they tend to pull my string a lot, and I'm going along with it. So, yeah, I need to go to bed soon again. Alright, so the message to Nipu from your person. Is this a no contact situation? Thank you so much. Dhanjavad and Shukriya, depending on where you are in India, I suppose. I was told very strictly to say Dhanjavad when I was in North India, and it was Shukriya when I was in South India. Sort of, alright. So, right now it is very still. It is very still. And I feel I lost you. I'm not even sure I feel beautiful enough. Have you heard about a bird called Marjorie, Nipu? Marjorie? Do you know what that is? Bangladesh. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's where I have some friends. They purchased me dinner in Nepal the other day. So Marjorie in Malayali or Sanskrit, it's a peacock. And when someone they want your attention, we say peacocking around you. So the peacock is always a male, it's always a man. And when the peacock, it's a female, it's actually have a different name because she's all brown. She doesn't need all these beautiful feathers to get attention because she's a girl. So things are reversed being human. The girls, female girls, we are peacocking when the men kind of look a little bit boring. No offense, guys, but you kind of look a little boring sometimes. You could need some kayal too, and long hair and skinny jeans. I've been looking at Rockstar video today. I'm so sorry. But you know about a peacock, right? So, Nipu, Venus in Leo. Venus in Leo in reverse. It's about loss. I feel like a loser, you know. I don't feel you see me, basically, is what the cards say, or what he might say to you. That someone feel that I feel you don't really see me, you know. I wish you could see me as that beautiful peacock that I really am. Marjorie. I'm in pain. I feel emotionally pain in here. Anahata. Okay. In the corazon, in the heart. I feel pain. And I don't sleep very much in the night. I have trouble letting go. Well, very sweet of you to ask it like that. It's very possible. I don't know yet. I'm waiting for the cups, okay? Let's see if there's some cups popping up. But I have a trouble letting go, okay? But I also feel I have to protect my heart. I feel pain in the heart, but I also have to protect my heart. So I'm coming out as a little closed off mentally. You know, I'm trying to stay down to earth here, and I don't want to let go. Holy on. Now, I'm being kind of irrational here. I'm being irrational. I feel alone. I feel lonely. I feel at unease. My heart is broken, but I am healing slowly. I want to have a new beginning, but I also want to feel safe. I'm overthinking the situation. It's giving me a headache. And looking back at things that I used to have, maybe with you, and I wish I could go back in time. I don't know, maybe it's another life. But this is also a playboy here, playing. Maybe, you know, this is a little, I'll be careful here if I were you. But then again, yeah, let's see. I'm not taking any action as of now because I'm in analysis paralysis. For some reason, I feel like a victim. But I think of you as someone who would be a wonderful mother for my children for some reason. But I have nothing to give. And I have nothing to invest. I'm sorry to say so, but this person is playing. And there could also be someone else here that he's checking out. He's not honest with you. Let's just say that King of Cups in reversed. If I were you, from what I see here, the advice for you here is take one step away and detach from this person. Because if you get involved in this, he will crush you. He will crush you. Because there is too much lack of empathy here. He have a lot of compassion for himself. But the compassion for other people is this much. Okay. I didn't want to give you this news, but you're confirming to me what I see in the cards here. And like I said, he sees you as the perfect mother for his children. However, it's in his head, it's not in his heart. That's the problem I have with him. And there are too few cups here. They are not placed correctly. It's not enough. It's not enough, basically. And he's also a playboy, like I said. There's he had Knight of Wands in reverse. That's we don't touch Knight of Wands in reverse, but he's got Queen of Wands in reverse also, and King of Cups in reverse. A lot of three Scorpio cards. This is 3 Scorpio cards in the outcome. It's dangerous. This is dangerous love. He will crush you. So I would stay as far away. This is your advice. That's temperance. And that is for you to heal yourself. I don't know what he did to you, but I know what he will do to you if you move into this. If you're Scorpio, then I would not be in his shoes if he pisses you off. So actually I'm quite happy you're Scorpio. From one Scorpio to another, this is a playboy. And he's got 5 of swords. This is playing people. I wanted to try and read this in a nice way. But in the end of the day, this is not a nice guy. Aries and Scorpio together is no, don't go there. I've been on a date with Aries, and I found out very quickly before we got to any second base or third base or whatever you call it. I was on a date. I was very young, but I already knew because I was curious about it, but I didn't like the way he smelled. Didn't like the way he smelled at all. And I already knew that he was having an affair with his ex. But I was so curious with this guy that I went on a date, a few dates with him. But then his Pisces friend told me what his intention was. And that was just because it turns out because nobody got laid by me. Because I wasn't, I looked at my friends and I thought, wow, they really are easy. They behave like hoes. They are so easy. They are trashy. And men look at them like trash. Because they spread their legs too easy. And I looked at them. I didn't respect the women and I didn't respect the men that I was hanging out with. I liked to hang out with them because action. There was a lot of action going on. And I liked the action. But the mentality regarding sexuality was completely fucked up among these people. So this Aries guy that I was dating, I knew very early that he's playing me. The Piscean friend told me what his intention was, like I suspected. So I kept dating him out of pure fuck, not letting him touch me, nothing, just keeping him, breadcrumbing him, just out of pure devilship. because I couldn't, truth to be told, I couldn't stand him. And when I found out that I was correct about his mentality, I already broke up with him in there, just keeping him there. And after 3 months, he gave up when he understood that I was never going to spread my legs for that creepy guy. And so he came after the military, breaking up with me, and I was like, "You're breaking up with me?" I didn't even know we were together, you know, together. So no, he never got his way with me. He never got laid. He never got any raven pussy. That was my first and last encounter with dating an Aries. I was 17-year-old, and I'm proud of fucking up his head, wasting his time, everything I could do to piss him off. He would spend money, take me on cabin, buy expensive wine. I would enjoy the expensive wine, enjoy the expensive weed, and whatever the fuck he could give me. But never ever would I give myself to an asshole like that. Besides, he smelled terrible. So, Nipu, it's been an honor to do your read, especially playing with Scorpio, guys. Good luck with that. So, I'm happy to, like I said, it's an honor to do a read like this because you're actually, you get it. I get a lot of people here, but I still want him. Even though he's an asshole, I want him. No, you don't. But you already get it, so I'm very proud of you. So, on behalf of Azazel, the fallen angel, thank you so much for stopping to my channel. And like I said, it was an honor to read such an interesting person like you. And guys, am I beautiful? Thank God you don't want that. Thank God. So I think you are the dangerous one here. Because 3 Scorpio cards in a row here. It's like if he fucks with you, I think he's the one who's got back off. Sometimes the energies can go vice versa. It's not always easy to know. It's not always easy to know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming, and I love you too, Nipu. You're always welcome back, and you gave me a good laugh. I'm going to laugh at this. Yes, don't fuck with Scorpios, guys. Don't fuck with Scorpios. Just ask the guy who made this ring. He had many chances to tell the truth. Let's put it like that. Okay, guys. Barca, Love Light Tarot. I don't know if the boys are here around. Yeah, I think so. And believe it or not, but I got a real Scorpio around here. Scorpio ingredients. So for those of you who need that, well, we've got to, it's not, I'm a vegetarian, so it's not really a thing I should have around. But it's a conflict of interest when you do a little bit witchcraft. So what can I say? A couple of bugs around, dangerous bugs around. You don't mess with those. So guys, I hope to see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to do magic love spell craft. It's not going to be, I will not be able to stay around very long because I have to go out and be with people. And so I'm going to do that. And thank you so much for joining and appreciating the work of Azazel. We might visit Azazel a few more times, but we're also going to visit Ashtaroth and some other Igigis to check them out. Not to mention, tomorrow we are going to check out Lord Rosier, a succubus demon, a love demon, who might fuck up badass evil Aries life or whatever, or maybe he will like you and give you exactly what you want. So catch you guys on the flip side. I tomorrow I will I tend to wake up at 11, 12 o'clock. My sleeping medication is actually a antihistamine. So it's actually pretty great, but it's keeping away the allergy, and so I'm taking antihistamine to sleep, because if I don't sleep. And so the side effect of taking this antihistamine here is getting drowsy and sleepy. And the wonderful part is that it's non-addictive, but it's keeping away the sneezing. If you're allergic, you can hear my nose that I'm a little allergic. Well, I got 2 in 1. I have anti-allergic, and I get to sleep like super, super heavy. So if you get these guys, and it's new to me, put them in half. And if you're allergic, I'm happy to find them, actually. But like I said, I sleep for a long, long time. I sleep super long with these guys. So I might have to crack them in half. Anyway, I will be up at 11, 12, and then I spend 2, 3 hours reading, writing, planning, showering, all that kind of stuff. So no later than 3 o'clock tomorrow, I will be online here. And for about 1 to 2 hours, I'm going to show you how to cast the spell. I will not be able to possess all the ingredients, but I will read them up to you, what kind of ingredients you need, where the moon needs to be placed, and so you are going to be prepared. Each Friday, you're going to do this thing, and I promise you, in the end, you will get prosperity and love, whatever you want in life. Love you so much, guys. Catch you on the flip side. Shubhrati.